a vehicle observed him, stopped, rescued him, and rushed him to the government's own Princess Margaret Hospital. Their doctors had to immediately rush him into the theater. So he is in very serious condition. I'm not sure whether or not he is still in theater, but according to a police source, his shooting, his injuries were gruesome. So the gunman and his vehicle, they have escaped, but the police, using certain technology, they should soon be able to arrest the three of them, namely the driver, the vehicle, and the hitman. So that's the breaking news that is taking place in Bainstown and Grandstown this afternoon. Okay? My spiritual advisor, you're going to pay bill before we go into some other issues.
Well, let's wait for the screen to come up.
Very well.
The screen is still down, so
okay.
You can go ahead.
Well, folks, I attended a funeral service for my childhood friend, Vincent Joseph Tinker. He was church at St. Joseph Catholic Church this morning, and his body was interred at what is the name of the graveyard on John F. Kennedy?
Oh, it's Lakeview Memorial.
Lakeview Memorial. So this is Vincent Joseph Tinker, a wonderful citizen, a wonderful resident of the Black Village community. He lived there for many, many years before he finally married and moved elsewhere. So we went to the funeral service, we remembered him, and of course he was a wonderful citizen. So I want to use the opportunity to extend our deepest condolences to his wife Marilyn, the children, and his siblings. And he has quite a number of siblings. So this is Vincent Joseph Tinker. So we remembered him today. Well, if you thought his death was traumatic for me, I have a first cousin whose name is Parry Ferguson. Parry Ferguson has died, and we waited for his funeral. He is one of my relatives who is a member of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. And Parry has been a member of the Wellington Street Church of God of Prophecy. And when he joined the church many, many years ago, the church encouraged him to join what I will call the Seventh-day Burial Society. So he joined, he paid his dues religiously. Now it is time to bury Cousin Perry. And the 7 days will not provide all the monies that we, the family, say he's entitled to. Nor has the 7 days provided the funeral, the graveyard. And so they have us set. They told us they're going to bury him on Sunday. Sunday's the 18th. But now there's not going to be any burial because we don't have enough money to give to the undertaker. And we don't have no grave. And I'm very upset about this because you would recall that I've had a lot of row with the Seventh-day Adventist Church after they got in my business. And from time to time, I just cuss them out. And I'm very upset because the president of the Seventh-day Adventists, when I attempt to reach him, they tell me he in Panama. So I want to know, well, this year is he would be like the accountant. This is Dwight Brown. Dwight Brown, y'all better find the rest of the money for my cousin funeral. I don't want to have to come around your headquarters to carry on. Okay? When my cousin joined the Seventh Day Adventist Church, he wasn't born. And as a member of the Seventh Day Adventist Church, when he come to see Mama, and if we were eating conch salad or cooking conch, he used to say we were sinning. So he never eat conch salad. Because of the teaching of the Seventh Day Adventists, he lost many of his cultural expression. Now it's time to bury Cousin Parry. I'm annoyed. Ain't gonna be no funeral. Right? And the president of the Seventh Day Adventist Church in Panama, what the hell is he doing in Panama? You got a whole member dead. And nobody can find the money? No! I think I got them. In 2019, you would recall, the then F&M Attorney General Carl Bettel issued an order that every burial society, every lodge, every company, every civic-minded organization, those for profit and those for charity, were required to register with the Attorney General. Well, I've started the process to ask the new Attorney General to confirm for me whether or not the 7 Days Adventist Burial Society is registered with the Office of the Attorney General as required by law. Now, I'm upset, and my family is going to be mad with me when they would cut on the TV and hear me rowing over Cousin Parry. And I don't want nobody to tell me nothing. I want the 7 Days Adventists to do two things: produce all the money or take up a special collection. That's one. Produce the graveyards. Simple as that. And if the Adventists know that they cannot produce a graveyard, then let's bury him in the churchyard. Something got to be fundamentally wrong with that, and I'm upset. And I call on the treasurer, Dwight Brown, to come up with the balance of the money. And I don't care how y'all get the money, whether or not y'all hold a cookout or walkathon. All right? I'm annoyed. I'm very annoyed. And I have some siblings. They won't leave me alone. All right? They keep nagging me. And I said to them, listen, you wouldn't want me to get in this. You would not want me to get in this, because if I get in this, I have first cousins who are members of the 7 Days Adventist Church. And I'm going to call on my first cousins. Y'all better go to church tomorrow and talk with your pastor and your elders and tell them to raise the rest of the money and send it to the funeral home so that we could bury Cousin Parry. Yeah. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? I'm annoyed. I got a brother. He's upset. He keeps saying to me, when we can bury Cousin Parry? I got a sister. She wake me up 6 o'clock. She said, man,
oh boy,
what about Cousin Parry? I said, no. What about Cousin Parry?
Now here's the problem though, Santa.
Go ahead.
And I just pulled this up. Now there's a big difference between a burial society and a guaranteed insurance burial. Here's the reason, right? They're saying that burial societies are unregulated, which means that members are not guaranteed a payout because there's no contract to enforce or back up their contributions, and members are not protected legally. Plus, there can be poor administration, theft, loss of money, and oftentimes there's no accountability. Now you see the problem?
No, there's no problem. If you and I claim that we are saved,
I understand that.
If
So
you
it's a
and
matter of-
I
it's a
say
but like
we,
Ingram, it's a matter of trust.
my spiritual advisor, man, stop it, man. If you and I claim that we are saved, if you and I claim that we will honor the Sabbath,
Yeah, I understand. Yeah,
Right?
it becomes a moral issue.
well, come now.
Wow.
We are all saved.
But Sandra,
Secondly, the Burial Society do have bylaws. The question
it's
is...
illegal though.
No, it's not illegal. It's not illegal. Any bylaws that can be produced, one can take out an action in the Supreme Court and ask a judge to interpret the bylaws and make a ruling. And I'm prepared to take every Adventist to court. Because I'm annoyed by it. My sister wouldn't leave me alone.
So I didn't even notice.
6 a.m. She calling me. What is she complaining about? She said, when we can bury cousin Parry. When are we going to bury cousin Parry? Now I understand the 7 days Adventists wouldn't come up with the money. All them Adventists could take up a collection. Are you an Adventist? Do you keep the Sabbath?
But that's deep.
Are you aware that the Burial 7 Days Burial Society ain't paying the full money and have not produced the graveyard for my cousin? Huh? I'm prepared to stand up outside at the Adventist church with my hat and take up a collection. Because the Adventists are not supposed to be like this. If we profess Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior, if we say we are Christian, and if the Christian organization is short on money, you take up a special collection. That's what you do, my spiritual advisor. Huh?
Yeah, there shouldn't be any reason or any excuse why this member of the Seventh-day Adventist Church is still not buried. Should be no excuse for that. The Seventh-day Adventist Church claimed to represent something. Not only that, they claim to have the truth. Everybody else is wrong and they're right. So why not live that standard out by being honest and burying this man?
Just take up collection.
Something
Tomorrow,
wrong.
the 7 Days Adventists will meet, and they could take up a special collection. They could call it Brother Parry Ferguson collection.
No, fuel expensive.
Huh?
Yeah. But I didn't even know the Seventh-day Adventist Church have burial societies. What do they need that for?
Well, you need the Burial Society. You have to look at the 7 Days Adventist Church historically. Mama them was old. Papa them was old. They couldn't rely on insurance. They had the means. So within the church, within the Negro church, you had a burial society. Now the problem the 7 Days Adventists is faced with is the problem that many of the burial societies are faced with. The children them are more educated. They don't want to be a part of no burial society. They're looking for good insurance and good funeral insurance. And so they are no longer able to attract the new generation of 7 Days Adventists to join
Burial society.
the burial society. For them, that's primitive. For them, it's a suggestion of a bygone era when the Adventists were illiterate. When Sister Roll and them was up and down doing gathering. What the hell the church made? God forgive me. Doesn't the Adventists do gathering? Get the Pathfinders out there and do gathering. That's how it will be done. Because if I discover that the Roman Catholic Church owed money for the burial of any citizen, I have an obligation as a member of the church to help the church raise the fund to pay for the member burial. And the 7 Days Adventists have some of the most educated citizens in the country. Some of the most educated citizens in the country. I'm thinking now of some of them who are related to me by blood, and they're well educated. All right? And I'm annoyed by it. And I'll tell you why I'm annoyed by it. every time Cousin Parry came to see Mama, Mama just finished cooking dry conch and okra soup. And he would say, Aunt Lane, why are you cooking this dry conch? You ain't know this is sin? And Mom would say, boy, it isn't what you eat that deceived the man. You hear me? And all them nice native dishes with conch, Cousin Parry, he hadn't 50 years.
Yes, he forgot. Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
He hadn't 50 years. Now, having listened to the teaching, it's now time to bury him. And Dwight Brown, show Dwight Brown pictures so that every Adventist.
Who's Dwight Brown?
Dwight Brown is the treasurer
Of what? The Burial Society?
of the Burial Society, and Dwight Brown is the treasurer of the church. And if the Burial Society has run out of dues, get it from the church.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Brother Parry has been a member for a long, long time. And he loved the Adventists, and he also loved Sister what's the woman name who started the Adventist
That's
Church?
Ellen G. White.
He loves Sister Ellen G. White.
Yeah,
I could hear him in Blackwood.
Ellen White is like Jesus to them, to be honest.
Right? No, let's say it objectively. I have no problem how they perceive her.
They perceive Ellen White to be a prophetess.
Okay. Well, all I want them to do now is to get the money, because we have had Brother Parry on the earth too long, and I get tired, because my life has come to a standstill. Whenever close relatives of mine dies, I'm haunted. I can hardly do anything, because I recognize that as a close blood relative, there is a duty to see the person has a good Christian burial. A good Christian burial. And Brother Parry, he wanted to be buried in the Seventh Day Adventist Church. And certainly Dwight Brown can't possibly be saved. How he could say he is saved? How he could be the keeper of the dues? Huh? Come on. The 7 days, these rich people, you can find a grave.
It's a wealthy organization.
All right, y'all can find a grave.
Yeah, they're wealthy.
Y'all can find a grave. Find a grave. And I'll have these 7 days Adventists to know, I want an upstairs grave. That grave must be digged so deep that the next relative who died could go on Cousin Parry. All right? And I don't want nobody in my Ma family to tell me I shouldn't be saying this. I'm going to say it until the 7 Days Adventists come up with the money, because they have me very upset. And Cousin Parry was a wonderful citizen. He went to church every Saturday. Okay?
The Sabbath.
And the only time that he was no longer able to go is when his eyesight became more deteriorated. And even in the deterioration of his eyesight, you could see him walking along Blue Hill Road, bucking up to buildings, trying to get to the 7 Days Adventist Church. And none of them big time 7 Days Adventist members would go into Bean Town and pick him up. Ooh. And I used to be right there looking at them, and I said to myself, boy, what this is? All right? What this is? All right?
You're embarrassing.
I don't want no nonsense. I don't want no nonsense. I want forest people to know that Cousin Parry was born in the forest. All right? And if y'all ain't sure who his ma is, send me a text.
You're embarrassing the 7 Day Adventist Church, man.
I'm not embarrassing the 7 Days Adventist Church. The funeral is supposed to be Sunday. Okay? As a result of that, we couldn't put him in the obituary Thursday. Brother called me to say to me, we ain't burying Cousin Parry no more. All right? I'm taking charge now. I'm taking charge. And I can't wait until the president of the 7 days come from Panama. Because the first thing I can ask him, even though it ain't my business, what you doing in Panama and Cousin Perry dead? Huh? He ain't big enough in the church that you gotta be in Panama? What the heck you doing in Panama? At least leave the money. Leave the money. And I'm upset. And I'll tell you my history. When there is dead people in my family, I'm ready to row and carry on because I see things. All right? Anyway.
Let's do this commercials quickly.
Go ahead, my spiritual advisor.
Cousin Perry is dead. Okay. The Work Center, located on Rosetta Street across the road from Robert's Furniture, is your one-stop shop for back-to-school Dickies, Timberlands, and many, many more. So come on down and let their friendly staff assist you with getting ready for back-to-school. That is the Work Center. Everybody needs money always, so send money internationally and locally through Western Union using the MoneyMax app. So download the MoneyMax app today and send cash instantly to a family member or friend anytime and anywhere. Sending money has never been simpler. The app is available on the Apple Store and the Google Play Store. MoneyMax. Live your max life.
This is
Freedom
powerful.
March. Absolutely. Freedom March is on the move. So look out for me and Rodney at significant events around the country. We appreciate you engaging with us every weekday, and we want to engage with you, hear your thoughts, and see what's happening and celebrate together. We'll be on the ground today on Bay Street at Nassau Gombe Summer Festival to experience and document the culture. So look out for Freedom March today, downtown Bay Street, Gombe Festival.
This is powerful. But
Indeed.
folks, as I leave this row today over the failure of the 7 Days Adventist Burial Society, I want to tell the Adventists that I'm going to write the Office of the Attorney General to find out if the Burial Society has complied with an order of then Attorney General Carl Bettel requiring organizations to register to avoid money laundering and other sins and crime. I'm not suggesting that they have money laundered, but I just want to test to see if they followed the law, because somebody is going to have to help to bury my cousin. And all I want the Member of Parliament for Bainstown and Grandstown to know that my cousin lived in Bainstown and Grandstown. I just want him to know it. Just want him to know it. All right? It's very important that the Member of Parliament for Bainstown and Grandstown to know that Parry Ferguson is my first cousin. It's very, very important. All right? And he lives in Baintown. Lived in Baintown. And he was a wonderful citizen. He believed in the 7 Days Adventist teaching. This is Freedom March. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. May God bring peace to my family, the family of Parry Ferguson. Lord have mercy on us. Touch the hearts of the 7 Days Adventist Church, that they will produce the grave and the balance of the money. God save the King. It's powerful today. I'm ready to roll. Welcome back to Freedom Match. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Rule is my spiritual advisor. And of course, this is a point, I think, is this time for birthdays, my spiritual advisor?
Yeah, I think it is 5 o'clock, so
Yeah,
let's
so-
do these birthdays quickly.
Go ahead.
What is this all about? All right. So let's do these birthdays. Let's see who's first up the birthday list. Is that Valentino? Yeah, Valentino Knowles. Happy birthday to Valentino Knowles. It's coming from his mom. Happy birthday to you. All the best. Enjoy. Okay, and after Valentino Knowles, who we have? Sean and Bristol. Sean and Bristol, good afternoon. Please wish Sean and Bristol a happy birthday. It's coming from her husband, her son Felixio, her grandson Macaden, her granddaughters Makaya and Lexi, her mother Victoria, and the entire Flowers and Bristol family. So happy birthday to Sean and Bristol, which of course is tomorrow, the 17th of August, 2024. All right, who we have next? Oh, my sister, yeah, my older sister, Myrtle Rule. Happy birthday wishes goes out to my older sister, Myrtle Rule, who celebrates her birthday, her sweet 16. You know, we're laughing. Celebrating her birthday. Today is a special day. It's coming from her son, Antoine, her daughter, Rodlin, friends, Lorna, Iona, Tina, mom, sisters, brothers, nieces, nephews, the entire Rule family, the entire clan is wishing Merton a happy birthday. We hope you enjoyed your birthday, and of course we thank God for you. We thank God for your life and for your example, and we pray that God may grant you many, many more birthdays to come. So happy birthday to my older sister, Merton Rule. May God continue to bless you and enjoy the rest of your birthday. All right, so John Butler. John Butler is celebrating a birthday. It's coming from Yvette Butler. All the best to you, John. Continue to enjoy your birthday. It's coming from your wife. Yes, it's coming from your wife. And of course, all of the family and friends, happy birthday to John Butler. It's coming from his wife, Yvette Butler. All right, great. Of course, and all the staff at the Gynae ward, we wish you a blessed day. May God continue to be with you all. All right. Andrea Clinton, happy birthday going out to Andrea Clinton. Greetings coming from her mother, Arlene Clinton, her father, David Clinton, her one daughter, Dalen. Enjoy your day, Andrea. God bless. Crystal, please wish Crystal a happy belated birthday. So happy belated birthday goes out to Crystal, okay? All the best to you. And of course, once again, we want to send a very special shout out to the staff. And of course, all of the doctors at the Gynae ward at the Princess Margaret Hospital. I'd really like to shout you out, and I thank you so much for, doing a wonderful job and taking care of my sister. You're doing something that I can't do, and I want to send a special shout out to you, and may God continue to bless the staff at the Gynae ward at the Princess Margaret Hospital. Okay, Senator Vincent Tinker.
Yes.
You want to?
Yeah, Vincent Tinker, my neighbor, he buried today, and I want to once again extend my deepest sympathies to his wife Marilyn, their children, his siblings, Rennie, Gregory, Agatha, everybody. Please forgive me, I'm old. And the community of Black Village in Bainstown. So we buried him today at St. Joseph Catholic Church. For many, many years, he worked at the Lyndon Pindling International Airport. And then after he would have retired, he worked for the Value store. What is the name of that store? Value on next door to where you have breakfast. True Value. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's True Value, yeah.
So
Oakfield there.
We remember.
Is it True Value or More Value?
One of them value. We remember Vincent Joseph Tinker, wonderful, wonderful citizen. May he rest in peace. He was 68. He was born the 16th of February, 1956. So he was 68 at the date of his death. So it's powerful. I met a 2-year-old lad this morning. He is here in Nassau from the Berry Islands. The most that I can recall that his surname is Saunders. So young Saunders, he turned 2 today, and so his family wanted him to meet me, or wanted me to meet him. So young Saunders from the Berry Island, happy birthday, and let's meet again, perhaps in 2 years' time when you would have returned to the capital. You'll be 4. We can meet the same place again. Happy birthday. Talking about birthday, last night the spiritual advisor and I, we were the guests along with many Negro citizens in the southern part of the island at the home of Solomon Roll and his charming wife, Mrs. Roll, and they serve a wonderful native dish. Well, what I like about the service is it was very exotic. In the midst of lining up for the buffet, the lights went off. So it was beautiful, and the lights went off, and the vast majority of the people, they blended perfectly with the darkness. So they were all members of the Negro community, but it appears that Solomon Rule was prepared that nothing was going to affect the celebration. So the light was off, and the next thing I know, the light was on. And I couldn't figure out what was going on, because social media began to say how the whole island was blackout, except in Solomon Rule them yard. And I thought it was exciting, because when I left, I drove into darkness. I drove into blackness. But Solomon Yard had light. But everything turned out well. Further south, the people continued to contact me to tell me that every time BPL cut on the light, they would count to 3 and it would be off. So I don't know what BPL was doing. Maybe they were working
that was
magic.
Last night.
So I immediately sent a text, and my text was, BPL is in Black Village. By the time I get to Black Village, there must be light. So I thank God that BPL is in Black Village. By the time I got to Black Village, the lights were on. So the people of Black Village, they rejoice. BPL is like a good neighbor. They made sure that the light was on, and then slowly other areas lights start coming on. So I'm gonna have to check. I was so busy getting ready for the funeral, I have to check to see if my little piece of meat is spoiled. Now if the meat is spoiled, somebody at BPL is gonna have to buy the meat, because meat is expensive. So I didn't have a chance to check it, but the lights are on. And then I had a Negro lady who called me. She wants to give BPL a rating. She lives in Fox Hill. So I said, well, what rate would you give BPL? She said she gave them 0%. So whatever that means, I don't know. But I want BPL to try to keep the light on, okay? Try to keep the light on. At least if the light has to cut off, do not cut off the light where the poor people live. And the poor people lives in my community. That's Black Village, Baintown, and Grandstown. Then Angliston, okay? Coconut Grove. Then go over to Mason Addition. Poor people, keep our light on, and then afterwards, you know, just extend, okay? You may cut up lights where they have like generator, like Solomon Roll them. All they got is generator. You can cut off their lights, their generators come right on. But us in Black Village being on a generator. My spiritual advisor?
You letting BPL off the hook, Santa.
Well, you guys them out.
It wasn't as you said it was.
Okay,
all
how
right?
was it?
Listen, last night,
Yes.
I believe that the entire New Providence communities, all of them, they were tortured by BPL.
Really?
Listen,
Now, torture mean what?
they were, listen, it is the height of the summer.
Okay.
In the night, if you want to get a little bit of sleep,
Right.
you need some cool air.
Yes.
If you don't have cool air, then you use a fan,
Okay.
more than likely.
Okay.
All right, so that you could get some sleep.
Yes.
Last night, I can be honest with you, it was the worst performance of BPL that I have ever seen in my entire
You were not able to
life.
sleep?
Let me tell you what was happening.
Tell me.
For some strange reason, the lights would go off for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then come back on.
What area were you in?
I'm in the Marshall Road South Beach area. I counted. You know how much times the power surge happened?
This was at your home
Yes,
or
yes.
down the road from your
no,
house?
No, this entire man. Listen, man. Just
I'm
let
cross-examining
you. Know
you.
something, Santa? You did something just now that I thought did the Bahamian people a grave disservice.
What was that?
BPL performance last night was horrible.
Okay.
Everybody who is involved with BPL should be fired.
Really?
Everybody. Everybody should be fired. Everybody should be fired.
Including the new contractors?
Including the minister and all. Everybody should be fired. It was, listen, do you know how much claims BPL is going to have to deal with? People compressors went bad.
Really?
People's smart TVs went bad. 26 power surges last night in the Marshall Road South Beach area.
Really?
All right?
Okay.
The power went off. It came back on for 10 minutes.
Have you lodged any
It went
official
back off.
complaint yet?
It came back on for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, went back off, came back on. All night.
Really? Well, that didn't happen in Black
Oh,
Village, and
God,
it didn't happen in
that
Baytown.
was horrible.
So I have to thank
that was
BPL
horrible,
for the
man.
way they treated us.
That was
You
horrible.
better lodge a complaint then. Are you going to
I've
lodge
never
a
seen
complaint?
nothing like that in my life. Of course I will lodge a complaint.
Lodge a complaint. I have nothing to
Listen,
complain about.
I've never
because
seen nothing. Like, just give me a second. I'm not finished yet, man, Sandra. I don't know what happened last night. I'm sure they did issue a statement, right?
What did they say?
They say some generators went offline.
Okay.
If they went offline, I'm thinking they should have stayed offline for a while, have them repaired, bring them back online, and you get steady electricity. All right? But to have the electricity on and off for 26 times last night, it is absolutely ridiculous. And guess what, Bahamians? You all should not let BPL
Hello?
get off the hook. It
Yes,
was a
I agree with
national.
spiritual advisor 100%.
It was a national
It was
disgrace.
ridiculous. They need to fire
Everybody should
one
be
of them.
fired.
What area do you live in, madam?
It's a national
Granison Garden.
disgrace.
This here where she lives. Where do you live?
In Granison Garden, Stephen Rose, a French child.
Okay.
It's a disgrace.
And your lights were off as well?
Disgrace.
Were your lights off in Granison Gardens?
Pardon me?
Were your lights off in Gleniston Gardens?
From 9:15 till 1 this morning.
Really? How did you make out?
Bad enough.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Listen, if
Fired. All of them from BPL need to be fired.
Okay.
Everyone.
It's terrible, man.
And you called emergency, they wouldn't even fucking answer.
the emergency wouldn't answer,
They never do.
well, the next time, call 919, okay?
No.
Okay, I'm trying to help you, but you didn't want to listen to me. But I'm sorry that your lights were off. Mine was off, but by the time I got to Black Village, the lights were on, okay?
But you were lucky.
I'm very lucky. I'm their neighbor. BPL is in Black Village, and the day the
But
people...
they need to get rid of all them and get new people to come in to run this place.
Did
Okay.
somebody sabotage BPL last night, man?
Thank you. I hope you heard what the spiritual advisor just said. See, that's where you see.
There has to been sabotage involved.
That's what happened.
That's crazy.
So if they sabotage BPL, how you could blame the minister?
Well, I may have been too tough on her, but
Right? They sabotage, so you should now be
But
calling
she's
on
responsible.
the minister responsible.
She's responsible.
No, you should call on Monroe to send in the defense force. You know it was sabotage.
oh, gee. No, I don't know.
Of course you know.
I don't know. So
Flesh and blood did not reveal that to you.
So you think I'm correct? But they say some generators went offline. Listen. Let me apologize for being so emotional just now, right? But listen to me. What I experienced last night, I have never seen that in the history of my life. I'm 58 years old. I've never ever seen or experienced what I experienced last
And how
night
old
at
are you now?
BBL. 58.
Manuole?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
getting up there. I almost reached the 6th floor, right? But listen, I'm upset. I am upset.
Okay.
All right.
Get
And
your
listen,
black ad.
and BPL is going to have to pay for a lot of damages. You know what was so bad about that last night?
What?
The 26 times the light went off and came back on.
So what time you left the party? What time you left the party?
About 9:30.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or so. About 9:30. Yeah, it was between 9:27
Okay.
and 9:30. Because remember now, we were at the party when it first went off.
Yeah.
But what was interesting is when it went off, obviously the roads had to act together. Because all you hear, the light is off, 4, 3, 2, 1, bang! Generator kick in,
That is true.
right? But last night, I believe the Bahamas Power and Light Company owes the Bahamian people an apology, man. Come on. That was ridiculous. That was the worst I've ever seen. The entire population was terrorized.
You felt
By the
terrorized?
yes, man. By the performance of BPL last night. 26 times. 26 times. On. Off. On. Off.
On.
For 2.5 hours straight.
Really? We didn't have that in Black Village. You hear me?
Wow.
We did not have that in Black Village.
And this is 2024, Sandra.
In 2024,
This is 2024.
the light went
this
off.
is the modern times.
But we didn't have it in Black
Listen,
Village.
electrical companies don't experience this kind of
But
issue.
stop saying that.
This is 2024.
Yeah, but this is a Negro
This ain't
society.
This ain't 1966, you know.
Don't forget what happened.
But Sandra,
You remember
this is not
leading up to the
1966.
campaign. You remember the sabotage? You remember the contract that Minutes give out? Goodness of mercy, he's forgotten. Anyway, let's go on to
So
another
listen,
issue.
okay, so
I wanna
no,
deal
no,
with
no, no, no,
the
no.
money.
Better yet, what should happen? I believe an inquiry should be placed
Goodness me.
on what
You want a
hap-
commission of inquiry?
Yeah, on what happened last night.
Okay, well,
Somebody needs
go
to
see
answer.
Dr. Minutes.
Somebody needs to answer to that, man.
and
'Cause that,
have
and not only that,
hold on a second.
as expensive as
Hello? Hello?
Better
Yes?
man,
Yes.
spiritual advisor is right. I just had a double knee surgery.
A double
My light
knee.
went off from 9:15, and it never came back on until 2:32.
What
Wow.
area do you live in?
Garden Hills, #1.
Who's your MP?
Mario Bullock don't have nothing to do with it.
Goodness, may I ask the Negro
she
lady
right?
who's
Because I don't know
no,
what you asking that for.
just relax. Just relax. Have you spoken to your MP?
For what?
Have you spoken to your MP?
My MP is off the island.
When he returns from the Olympic Games, I'm going to suggest that you speak to him. See, there's no need for me to speak to my MP because my candidate is Michael Halkitis. Okay? But your point is well taken. I'm sorry that your lights were off.
I
And
have a gentleman in the area sick on oxygen.
oh,
And
Jesus,
he's on oxygen.
that's sad. You have to complain to Mr. Boleg.
From 9:15 until 2:30, spiritual advisor, you were good. Your light came on and it came off. As never came back on.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Yeah, it's sad. Anyway, take good care, and let's hope that better will come. Okay.
You know how many compressors jammed last night?
What is compressor?
For either your fridge or your air conditioner?
I'll have to check my compressor when I
I'm
go
just
home.
hoping that when the on and off movement of the electricity
Spiritual advisor, let's keep
happened
the rest of
last
this
night,
for the 5:30.
that
I want
folks-
to touch some money matters, right?
you're trying to let BP off the hook, man.
No, I want to touch some money because the Haitians.
Now you see how long you run on with your
the
cousin?
Haitians-
Ain't nobody saying nothing new, right?
Yeah, your cousin ain't dead. And your pa leave plenty money. My pa ain't leave no money. And I can't take my pa money to spend on my mom money if he did leave some. I want to go to Lyndon Pindling International Airport. I want to speak to the Haitian people because last night I received reports that
Oh, Lord.
a Haitian citizen, he left and departed for Lyndon Pindling International Airport. Apparently, he was on his way to the United States, and it is alleged that he had in his possession $97,000,
Yeah, Haitian.
and he did not disclose that.
You probably didn't even know.
I want my people to know that I'm excited that the economy is doing so well and that we are able to work hard and save
Yeah, that money
big bucks. If you want to take money to the
Lord.
United States, you can do it lawfully, but you are
declare.
required to disclose it. If you do not disclose it and the authorities find it, you will be charged, you'll be taken to court,
And the money is
and
forfeited.
if you are convicted, the court will seize the money. So I was very sad that all that money, my people lost that.
It
So,
went to the crown. That's all right.
l'envite, si vous allez dans airport avec un pile l'argent avant ou aller dans avion, parlez ak moun qui responsable pour passage, mandé. Qui moun wap se pose pour parler, pour expliquer ou gen un pile l'argent. Si ou gen problème avec ça, avant ou aller dans airport, vini dans bureau moi ou parler avec mon cœur. Là ou parler avec moi, m'a expliquer
Yeah.
toute
I figure that,
information
yeah.
pour ou. So, I want every Haitian,
England was right. They're waping the country.
every Haitian,
They're right.
if you want to leave the country with plenty l'argent, and you're not sure how to do it, come to my bureau, come to my office, parlez, talk with me, and I shall explique. I shall explain it to you and assist you
Parce que pas tant
in
déjà.
getting it lawfully into the United States. You can take millions of dollars into the United
you let them
States,
think that.
providing you disclose it. All right? And you are required, starting from the sum of $10,000. Si vous gagnez $10,000 avant déclarer. Tout le monde haïtien, pour des bénus, pour travailler, pour gagner un pile l'argent. All Haitians, God have blessed you to work hard and make plenty money.
They're waping the country.
But you must declare it, okay? Declare it. It's lawful, but you gotta declare it. If you don't, you can get charged and it's going to the treasury. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor. And as we come to a period where we will soon invite members of the public to call us, I want to remind the Commonwealth of the Bahamas that there is a free and open election which is taking place in the United States. But there's been serious allegation over the last 4 years that the many institutions of the United States has cheated as it relates to the election process. It's a very serious allegation, and we, as Friends of America, and we, as supporters of the incoming leader, that's Donald Trump, we have to watch what is taking place in the United States. And we have to continue to campaign because there's 12 million American tourists arriving in our nation. And we have to speak to them and let them know, don't do no nonsense. We have to tell them to put aside race and sex. Put aside who is woman and who dark. Tell them we're not playing racism. Tell them we're focusing on one leader, and that is Donald John Trump, who's demonstrated that he knows how to make America great again, and he knows how to build a big wall. And I'm looking for a president who's going to build the biggest wall since the Chinese built the longest wall. You know, China built a long, long wall many years ago. And it's my hope and prayer that Donald Trump will build the biggest, longest wall that we've ever seen. So let us not forget, we're not supporting Miss Kamala. We're supporting Mr. Donald. And it is the duty of every Negro person to put aside racism, stop saying that Donald Trump do not love us. I'm convinced that Donald Trump loves not only the Negro people, but all the Negro people. It's powerful. I'm going to invite my spiritual advisor to pay bills, because it appears to me that he's becoming a leftist, okay? But it's Trump all the way.
Yeah. The Work Center, located Rosetta Street across the road from Roberts Furniture, is your one-stop shop for back-to-school Dickies, Timberlands, and many, many more. So come on down and let the friendly staff assist you with getting ready for back-to-school. The Work Center. Everybody needs money always, so send money internationally and locally through Western Union with Money Max. Download the Money Max app today and send cash instantly to a family member or friend anytime, anywhere. Sending money has never been simpler. The app is available on the Apple Store and Google Play Store. Money Max, live your max life.
And of course, your
Freedom March is on the move.
Yes.
So look out for me and Rodney at significant events around the country. We appreciate you engaging with us every weekday, and we want to engage with you, hear your thoughts and see what's happening and celebrate together. So we'll be on the ground today, this evening, on Bay Street at the Nassau Gombe Summer Festival to experience and document the culture. So look out for Freedom March downtown today at the Gombe Festival on Bay Street.
Gombe Festival, very, very important, and historically, you may not be aware of it. Gombe Festival has been so powerful, and it has contributed significantly to the increase in our population. So the spiritual advisor and I
Monkey.
will go
What
down.
you talking about, man?
You don't know nothing about what I'm talking about. And we're going to move around the crowd, we're going to interview. If it's God's will, I will talk about the economics of Gombe and reproduction. It's a very powerful thing. And I perhaps may introduce to you some of the first Gombe babies. It's powerful. My spiritual advisor, if what I'm saying is true. He's laughing at it. He doesn't know that I studied. I studied Gombe for 50 years. And I can identify some of the greatest Gombe children that we have
Oh,
produced.
Lord.
Okay?
Man.
There is the economics
Oh,
of
man.
Gombe. And Gombe has contributed in the last 50
Wow.
years to a wonderful growing population.
Wow.
And there's no
Don't put
Negro.
no ideas in these
who-
people's head,
I'm
man.
not putting any idea. There's no Negro who can challenge the scientificness of what I've just advanced. You've never heard that before.
No.
Take it from me. Just study Gombe and see how
sorry.
wonderful it is.
Yeah, sorry about that. The lines are open. 323-7775 is the number to call. 6980775, 6980776. Let me just do this quickly for my member of parliament in Southern Shores, Leroy Major. So Southern Shores constituency, back to school, jamboree, the old school way. Prizes, games, food, drinks, chicken in the bag, cup, baggy, salty. All right, new location and date. Thursday, the 22nd. All right, so it's going to be held Thursday, the 22nd at 4 to 7 p.m. Highest GPA to be announced, primary, junior, and senior high school. I think it was supposed to have been this weekend, but now they've changed the date, okay? So the Southern Shores constituency, back to school, jamboree, the old school way. We got a new date now. It's going to be held on Thursday, August the 22nd, between the hours of 4 and 7 p.m. It's going to be at the Percy Mullins Park. For those of you who don't know, it's the Percy Mullins Park. The highest GPA to be announced, primary, junior, and senior high school. Coupons must be presented to redeem school packages. We'll see more of this on next week. All right, so the lines are open. 323-7775 is the number to call. 6980775 and 6980776. BPL, we light up your life. Yeah, I bet that's right. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Good afternoon. How y'all doing?
How you doing?
Spiritual advisor, I don't live very far from you.
Yes, ma'am.
And last night, it was something serious with BPL.
Man.
But let me tell you, BPL have this thing set up in a way, ain't nobody be able to get $1 from them. They can give you a bunch of red tape, they can run you up and down, rock the corner, and you can give up and sit your own name.
Yeah, that's the sad part
It's
about
a horrible company. It's horrible.
that. And we just can't seem to fix
what you
it.
said is not totally true.
We can't seem to fix it.
I work.
I make it this morning, my fridge buzzing.
Sue them.
Yeah, the compressor jam.
Sue them. Don't say that they wouldn't pay. Sue them. I know of an attorney who is
You
sued.
go to BPL now, they can send they retarded people here, they can run you up and down,
Sue
run
them.
around the road.
Sue
and
them.
then you get $1 from them.
Sue them.
Yes, that was horrible, man.
Sue them.
The worst I've ever seen it.
Yes, but tell her to sue.
I thought the Congress can get the fire at some point.
Boy, you had to go outside and pull down the arm because of the back and forth and up and down and on and off and woof, wow. It was
It's an
ridiculous.
awful company, and it seems like no government could work
Get
it
it
out.
sorted out.
Nobody can work it out.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Sue them. Sue them.
Anyway, that's my 25
And
cents.
we thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you so much, ma'am. Take care. Have a good weekend. 323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775, 698-0776. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Good afternoon, Mr. Moncur, and good afternoon, spiritual advisor.
Good afternoon.
Spiritual advisor.
Yes, ma'am.
You spoke the truth. Last night was a national disgrace. Let me tell you something. We don't have time to be worrying about Donald Trump and the election, because we have enough problems of our own right here to solve.
Yeah.
They can't even keep lights on. So we don't need to be worrying about nothing else. It's the people need to rise up in this country and show them we are not playing. Everybody talk, no action. When we can
it's
stand up.
crazy. We're too passive.
That's just it.
Yeah,
But we
we're too
need
passive.
to stop that. We need to get up and stand up for our rights. If we don't do that, they can keep marching us down like we some old conch.
Yeah.
We need to stand up for spiritual advice.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
It was the national disgrace.
It was the worst. It was the
It's
worst
the
I've ever
worst.
experienced.
And like you said, every minute, every time you get a
couldn't
siren,
understand
you
that.
should say, "Oh Lord, it on now."
Back
It
off.
cut right back off. Keep cutting
On.
on, cutting on.
Off.
And
On.
my current never
Off.
came on until 4 something this
Yeah,
morning.
about 4:10. 10 minutes after 4.
There's a bunch of old picky teeth, man. Look here.
They're nothing but
I
a
am
bunch of
tired.
frying pans.
I am tired.
You think
and
it's you?
we, the Bahamian people, ain't taking no more shit. I go.
Okay. We understand. We apologize, audience, but we understand her passion. Welcome to Freedom March Calling You Live.
Good evening,
Good evening, ma'am. How are you?
spiritual advisor.
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Manker.
Yes, ma'am.
I live Sunset Park off Carmichael.
Yes, ma'am.
My light went off from 9:30 last night until 3:30 this morning.
Wow.
I never lived
6
in
hours.
Nassau and seen that yet. The
Yeah.
other, like week before last, they was at Golden Eyes Road and Copeland Road. They had about 20 trucks. But 20 trucks was there. And all day and partly all night. No phone, no light again. Last night was the worst.
Yeah, it's terrible.
When my
Terrible.
current go off, I don't have no phone. It's very bad what they do, and those seems like nothing happening.
They should apologize. BC should openly apologize to the Bahamian people last night for their performance.
Okay,
It
thank you
was-
all.
It was just
You're welcome, my dear.
Thank you so much, ma'am. You take care.
You all too.
Have a good weekend. PPL is a national disgrace. 323-7775. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You live.
Good evening.
Caller, go ahead.
Monica,
Sir.
spiritual advice in
Yes, sir.
your state. Listen, Mr. Monica, spiritual advice, there is no exaggeration whatsoever in what spiritual advisor is saying. I live right around the corner from him. And I'm going to tell you, what they did to the Bahamian people last night, somebody should prosecute it. because
Yes.
I think it's intentional. Apparently, there was a big union meeting yesterday morning, and this is just my observation. Okay, after that meeting, to experience what we experienced as Bahamians last night, it's like they were intentionally trying to burn out people's equipment and get the people
Yes.
angry with the government. Okay. I think there should be some form of investigation.
Absolutely.
And someone should be prosecuted.
Yeah, man. Head should roll.
Because what they did to the Bahamian people last night is totally wrong.
It's treason,
You
man.
understand?
It's just
It was a night
betrayal.
from hell. I mean, and spiritual advice, you saying 10 to 15 minutes. You can tell somebody is playing with the lights because it comes on 3 seconds, 2 minutes later, they shut it right back off.
Yeah.
Turn it back on, they shut it. You can tell that somebody was playing with light. And I think it's totally wrong because even last night when I called a friend of mine to inquire, he works at BPL, to inquire what happened, he happened to be at the meeting that the minister of BPL had last night. She had an award meeting where she was awarding some people and everything. And apparently when I called him, he was there at the meeting, and he said that they were in darkness and everybody had to turn on the lights on their cell phone.
Are you suggesting to me, just a moment, are you suggesting to me that the electricity was turned off during a meeting with the minister responsible for energy?
That's a meeting that we had last night.
So this was sabotage then?
it tells me that it was intentional.
It was intentional. Okay.
You understand?
Yeah, so
I don't know. There should be an investigation.
Yes, absolutely.
I quite agree with you.
We agree with you.
Yeah.
We agree.
Yeah.
We agree.
So it's clear
We agree.
then that BPL as an institution cannot be blamed if
No,
others
It's
sabotage
not
it.
PPL itself.
Yeah.
It's not PPL as a company.
Right.
And it has nothing to do with the minister or your members of parliament. It has to do with workers, and this is my observation, it has to do with workers who is trying to set a method.
Okay.
I thank you for cutting it straight, eh?
Okay.
May the spiritual advisor now look at it objectively.
Well, and we
Thank
need
you.
investigation. That is one suggestion, yes, and we need to look at it further and have an investigation on what happened last night. The Bahamian people were betrayed. I mean, they spend so much money every month trying to
Yeah,
keep their
but
lights on.
he's told us what
Yeah,
happened.
and we can look at that.
Yeah.
We have to look at
I'm
it.
going to appoint you my spiritual
Yeah.
advisor. You go undercover
I will.
and conduct
I will definitely. I
an
will. Let me tell you something. Yeah?
investigation.
Let me tell you something. Yeah?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go deep, deep, deep into BBL.
This is powerful.
Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live. Are you there, caller? Go ahead, call you live.
Mr. Monka,
So,
this will be talking about BPL, the people, right?
yeah.
And who's being betrayed. The PLP and the national government betrayed the same people for years now. Look at it. They refuse to deal with the natural resources. Crime is out of hand, right? All they're doing is taxing the people and borrowing money. FNM and PLP. Borrowing money, right? They're not accountable for the money they borrow each year. We just getting people. They may do them passive. They may be a weak. We let them borrow all this money and they don't give an account for it, you know. They borrow money
How
every
can
time,
we
every time
stop
get
them? How can we stop them?
You vote them out. Lincoln being is the change because you can't get no way to be.
Yeah, but there's a judge. Hold on a second, but there's a judgment against Lincoln.
What kind of
What is the
judgment?
judgment, Mr. Monka?
You're not aware that what Lincoln has been accused of?
The money
What?
what?
Let us know, please.
Well, I don't have the judgment in my presence. The point that I'm making is what you are accusing the PLP of, the court has found in Lincoln Bain. So you perhaps can have to suggest another Negro leader. How does that sound?
Mr. Monka, I really don't care if they accuse him of that. We can't get more words in the PLP.
No. Come.
You don't know
If you
what he
want
said.
better, and you've now condemned both the governing Progressive Liberal Party and the opposition, certainly if in the records of our high courts, Lincoln has been found wanting and liable, he's not the man.
Yeah,
Can you find me another Negro that we perhaps could look at?
Mr. Monka, you know something? Anytime a tree tries to grow, you know the PLP and FNM does with it?
What?
There's kill it.
Yeah, cut it
whatever
down.
they got to do to discourage you or get you off your game.
No. The allegations against Brother Lincoln Bain had nothing to do with the FNM nor the PLP. It had to do with Lincoln being a sinner.
Mr. Monka, any man with who haven't sent cancer for his phone, Lincoln
That's
has
deep.
sins, and
Okay.
FNM has sins too.
Okay,
Yeah.
then, in that case, then, let's overlook Lincoln's sin and put him in charge, okay?
He will be better. He will be better for this country than the PLP and the FNM.
No, you have to tell him to appeal first. And once...
Whatever you have to really do, but no matter what it is, he'll be better than the PLP and the
Wait
FNM.
until he wins. No. Wait until he wins the appeal. Come now.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, caller. We appreciate your contribution. Sorry about that, eh? Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live. Go ahead, caller. Are you there? 323-7775. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. Are you there?
Yes, a place. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead, caller.
Hello.
Go ahead, caller. You're live.
Listen, I sympathize with you folks in Nassau.
Yes?
What's going on in Grand Bahama? They cut off the light in Grand Bahama?
Last night for about 3 hours.
Really?
And the Indians them spending with our fees by 6% in the next couple of months.
What part of Grand Bahama do you live?
I live in Markham City.
Who's your MP?
Your name is
Who's that?
Pintad.
Pintad, Michael Pintad.
Goodness me, you better start picketing Pintad.
No, but that's the best. That's the best. To be honest with you.
Okay. Yes,
What'd you say, caller?
I understand.
We lost him, producer. Could we get another caller, please? Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Spiritual advisor.
Yes, sir.
Ronnie Monta.
Sir,
I've been listening to you, and I just want to preface this. I am not a supporter of the COI. But the very
COI.
same way you brought to light that, what his name is, Lincoln Bain have cases.
Yes.
You sitting up here with Donald Trump hat on,
Yeah.
and you running the campaign over here.
I'm in
What about his
charge.
34? What about his 34 cases
A felon.
that he has been found guilty of in the United States? Now you don't tell me about that.
Just hold on a second.
stop
I want to
it.
respond to you. The highest court in the United States, which is
The Supreme Court.
selected by the Republicans, the majority, they have found that in order for Donald to be convicted, you have to demonstrate it that his action had nothing to do with his office as president.
It has nothing to do with that. We're talking about a man, the president.
No,
or
no, no.
leader.
Everything
As
that
you
Donald
shared, is
did-
supposed to be a man of integrity.
Everything Donald did, he did it in accordance with his political powers.
So you trying to tell me you happy with what you're running on with?
With Donald,
Yeah.
he's the best thing for the United States. He will
Lord.
make America great again. He'll make America safe again. He's going to build a big, big wall. And when that wall is finished, nobody will be able to jump over it or get around it.
And I hope you remember these very same words.
Well, I'm not going
Y'all
to
have a
jump.
good
I'm not
weekend.
going to jump the wall. I live in the Bahamas.
Well, I know you're scared to fly. We know that.
I could catch a boat, but I'm afraid I might drown.
Yeah, but don't get it mixed up. The same way you could shine the light here in the Bahamas, watch the American flag to your immediate left.
Listen, I've shined the light on America, and I found that they robbed Donald Trump. I'm going to believe Donald. Donald is a white man. He's not a Negro. If Donald
And you
was
like to tell the spiritual advisor that he has not been emancipated. One thing that I love with you, spiritual advisor, you got your own mind. Y'all have a good weekend.
Yeah.
man.
Appreciate
thank
you,
you.
man. You take
Do
care
well,
of yourself.
comrade. Long live Donald Trump, and may he
Absolutely.
free the United States from tyranny.
Let's take this last call before we end the show. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live. Caller, you there? 323-7775. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You got 50 seconds. No more calls? All right, Sandra.
Well, my spiritual advisor, you and I are going to Gombe.
Gombe, downtown. I haven't been to Gombe in years.
You have money to buy little things? We're going to Bay Street. We're going to celebrate
Money to
Gombe.
buy- money to buy little things.
And I am there to look at Gombe 50 years later. Gombe has been very good to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas in terms of tourism, cultural expression, but it contributed significantly to the growth of the modern Bahamas, the population, all right? And if it is God's will, I should be able to show you how many Gombe babies we have had in 50 years. You Negroes never heard that one before, eh? 50 years of Gombe. And remember the national song, Gombe Mama, beat the drum again, Gombe Papa having fun. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. And we know what the late Kelsey Johnson said, and we know what the late Elva Russell sang. You say, you Negroes, you all have forgotten. But I have not forgotten. And I've been counting the population for the last 50 years. Lord, I thank you for Gombe. I thank you for Gombe Mama. I thank you. So it's a wonderful day in the Bahamas. And when I get to Bay Street, I'm going to say, Gombe Mama beat the drum.
Gombe Mama.
Gombe Mama. We're going to have fun tonight. And it's going to be very powerful. Listen,
Oh
have
boy,
fun.
what a time.
Laugh at yourself, laugh at the country, laugh at me, and just enjoy life.
But be serious with BPL. Don't laugh. Be serious.
Yeah.
Hold their
you
feet
know,
to the
it's
fire
a
and make them
sabotage.
accountable, man.
Yeah.
Make them replace all those appliances they messed up last night. Phew.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, folks, do well. Lord, we thank you for freedom of speech and freedom of movement. Lord, we thank you for wonderful Bahamas, notwithstanding many of our sins. Lord, bless Donald Trump. Make Trump great again. Dear Lord, Donald Trump is our man. It's powerful. It's powerful. Everybody, vote for Donald. Yes, indeed. Donald.